we gonna cut into a quick topic real quick. We was on that one for a little minute, but fatherhood, man. Most of us in here are dads or play some type of father figure. So
I'm not the father.
Big Daddy Phil. Hey, Big Daddy Phil.
I have no kids.
Big Philly Dilly.
Big Dad Phil.
What's up, man? What's up, Uncle Phil?
Yeah,
Phil. Yeah, you
Will,
could.
Will is not mine. I ain't teach Will how to slap like he did with us. Man, look, man, it's I want my own, but the time just not right.
Why? Not in the sense of like relationships or anything. Is it like why is it not right? We 30. What you waiting on?
You want my honest answer or my generic?
Man, the name of the podcast called It Is What It
Man,
Is.
be honest,
Okay,
boy.
keep it a buck.
My honest answer is I don't feel I want to be the father I want to be. I'm not there yet.
That's as far as you as a person. What we talking about monetary.
The situations I want to be able to provide my children that I didn't have, and I want to set them up for that. And I don't want to be lacking because like I grew up with a lacking fatherhood, and I still hold some of that stuff there. Like you get events, moments where you got your father there. Like it's some stuff your mama just can't do with you. Someplace she can't walk with you. So it's like I still got the moments like we got graduation, luncheon. They handing out awards. I see people, my dad proud of them, hugging them. Yeah, son, blah blah blah. Man, I'm sitting up there. I got eight awards in my hands. I'm standing up there by myself. I'm like,
why can't you provide that, bro? I got no doubt.
I was about to speak to that.
I got no doubt that that's gonna be you, bro.
Yeah, because I wanted to know, like,
thing, though. It's like,
what makes you have that fear, or what makes you
what's the doubt?
look at that and have that
it's
doubt?
not it's the experience that I want to be there. I want to be right.
What's right though? Break that down. Unpack that. What's right? Because I don't have no doubt that you're gonna be there. If it's a father-daughter dance, say your first one is a girl, right? It's a father-daughter dance. If somebody told me bet money at B-ball, I will bet 3 months of checks that B-ball is there 5 minutes before. He's gonna be there. He know the DJ.
It's
what we
still
talking?
money and career. Cause it's your job and money things, certain things you can't make that call. I want to be able to. Oh, if I'm running my own stuff, I can be there. I run my own schedule.
B-ball.
I might be making an excuse.
Go ahead, it's going around the table.
Yeah,
I got something to say too. Go ahead.
I might be ducking and dodging.
You definitely ducking. We already know you missed the duck. So listen, bro.
Man, we back to the duck.
Yeah, you big ducking.
Man.
So listen. And this ain't no braggadocious. This ain't none of that shit. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. When it comes to the guys, when it comes to money, right, there are hierarchies. Like who makes a lot of money, quote unquote, above everybody else. I ain't gonna put none of your shit out there, nor am I gonna put my own shit out there. But we make pretty good fucking money, bro. So there's no reason why you are telling me that you ain't ready, not having a shorty yet, maybe, you know what I'm saying, you and your lady want to work it out, plan it, that's cool. But the moments, bro, you got that in the bag. Financially, I'm telling you from experience, I have a 2-year-old. It's not as costly as you think it is, bro.
You're there. So I ain't had nobody with that experience say, hey, it's not like that.
Well, how you know today? My name is Mr. Experience. Let me tell you. You ain't got to worry about it.
Okay.
It isn't like that.
Okay. But we ain't had a conversation
yet.
We can fist bump.
Hey, but next year I have it.
I can definitely.
It's the fear of your childhood.
It's definitely.
But you got to realize something, bro.
I hold on to that like, oh, I don't want to F up. I want everything to be, and that's the problem. I ain't moving forward.
Thing is, bro, you know, with anything, you're gonna fail sometimes. You know, sometimes you're gonna fail in certain areas.
Like, I don't want to look my kids in the eyes and say I failed. That's like a fear of mine, dude. Like,
I can understand that.
That's
and trust me, I came from somewhat of the same because not having mine. I didn't have my father in my life. I was raised by my mother, grandmother, aunties, uncles. They uncles, but they still not my father. You know, because that doesn't matter. But if anything, it probably just.
Hey, people, all jokes aside, bro. We all come from different upbringings. O just said he didn't have his pops. O has literally seen me and my pops get into it as like we two guys on the street. I'm telling you, bro, as a parent now, you're going to mess up, bro. It's natural. You're supposed to. You have to mess up.
Everything is a
You
learning
cannot,
curve,
in
bro.
any way,
Everything
shape, or
is learning,
form,
bro.
not mess up. If you don't
You
mess
mess
up,
up in football, G. You done
Yeah.
messed up a couple times in
But
practice. I
you
done
learn
messed
how to
up.
hide it.
hold on, listen.
Cause you don't
Listen.
With kids, it's the same thing. You
God
learn
dang
how
it,
to.
boy.
Hold on, listen,
Get your
listen.
big behind on the line. That was my fit too. I didn't want to hit it. Coach Dante,
Listen,
that's you.
B-ball.
You on that line.
B-ball, you have to mess up, bro. Because when you mess up, it makes you a better parent.
Yeah.
Like, I have no doubt about you as a parent, bro. Like, for one, you are very intelligent, very on your shit in terms of your business. You can teach your child a lot, bro. Like, I'm only bringing up you having kids, and that's what all y'all do. So I don't doubt when it comes to, especially, I've seen him parent his daughters. He's a good dad, bro. Like, he don't tolerate certain things as he shouldn't, especially raising girls. Just like it's certain things I don't tolerate with my son because I'm raising a man. I don't have that doubt with you either, bro. Your childhood traumas, G, don't define what you do with your children, my boy.
Or who you gonna be, bro?
Yeah,
Because of what you didn't have, that's what's gonna make you all the better. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that you can acknowledge that, I'm wrong or I feel short. That's the thing about it. You know, you use your dad, like, cause me, I go through certain things and I do certain shit and I fuck up a lot, especially when it comes to girls. I'm a dad, I'm overprotective, I do too much. So certain stuff you can't wear, certain stuff you can't, certain shit you can't do. And it just comes
I'm with you on that though.
Hey, you need to in this world.
I'm with you on that shit, bro.
It's just
Damn,
like
slut
y'all
walks.
said earlier though. It's maneuvering the moment. It's different once y'all past it. It's like I'm maneuvering in the pre-movement moment. Maneuvering pre-moment. And it's like
Right.
it's like hearing it now, like, I'm stupid for being
It
scared.
ain't
of
that you
this.
stupid, man.
Bro, it's
stupid,
like-
bro.
look,
so
It's learning. That's all.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro.
It's a good thing to be afraid, bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yeah.
bro.
You should be. Yeah, go ahead.
My first, I'm just now about to have my firstborn, bro.
He's
Right?
scared.
And as happy as I am, of course I have a fear sometimes about a lot of shit, as most parents do, as good parents do. You know what I mean? But like you said, ain't no doubt in my mind, bro. I'm not gonna go to the ends of the earth to make sure that my baby is straight.
Right.
We know that with you too. Your father's mistakes are all of your gains, honestly, bro. Because I know it was hurtful as a child, but now you like, man, he didn't do this, do that, so I'm gonna do this, do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? He did this, I'm not gonna do that. That's just you like observing
I don't think you
the
ever
environment,
gonna
bro,
show that
and you
system.
gonna be, bro, you gonna be solid, man.
I think
for real.
it's that, and I can honestly say I might have through that the fear and being selfish. It's like I want it my way,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't want to give up certain
Yeah.
things. So it's that's
I can say this though when it comes to the selfish
When it
piece,
comes to having kids, man,
it's you definitely got to give up selfish in the beginning. But as they
you
get
gotta give up self.
Okay, hold on.
You understand me, Phil?
For real.
Self.
Go ahead, because I'm learning too. What y'all
Self,
talking
you
about? Go ahead.
have to let go
on
of
the
self.
G, like
It ain't about you.
right for real, you really do.
Oh, okay, well,
but
it's that
as they
baby,
get older
it's
though,
about-
it's more self-efficient. And I ain't talking about like they
Sure.
turn 5. All right, you on your own. No, but as they get older, slowly but surely, you gain more of self back. So like prime example, my son is 2. At 2 months, he's like this with me, bro. I can't move without him. You know what I'm saying? But him at 1 learning how to walk. Oh, hey, Pharaoh, come on.
It's a little bit more dependent on this.
Yeah, I don't have to hold you like this no more. Cause I can just say, Pharaoh, come on, hold my hand out. He know to grab my hand. We walk. All right, now he's 2. I'm hey Pharaoh. I said stop. He knows stop. Not only does he know stop, but he knows I can't do that because Daddy said that's my ass, and he ain't gonna play with it. You know what I'm saying? So like as they get older, because you're raising a man, or in this case, you're raising a woman, right? You're raising them to be not only independent, because I'm getting tired of that word, but you're raising them to be self-efficient. Yeah. And in doing so, that's how you're a great parent, bro. And I don't have no doubt about that with you.
That was the fear, man, too. Like, man, I just know I know I ain't gonna be right. That's how I thought. Like, man, I just know I'm not gonna be right, man. Like, I'm a liar. I don't like doing shit. I'm lazy. Like, I was saying all this as a kid. Like, in high school, I'm seeing so many people have kids. I'm like, man, I'm gonna fuck up and have a kid and be the same type of dude I see other motherfuckers out. Mm-hmm. But with that fear, it pushed me further to now, which was a good and bad thing. But like now, I'm like, you know what? I ain't scared of that shit because I know I'm a good dude. I know regardless, I love family, I love friends, and whoever I need to be there for, I'm gonna be there for. I wasn't like that when I was a short. You know what I'm saying? My father was in my life too, but my father was a working father. Go to work, come home, mama gonna discipline us, do shit. He gonna discipline us when he have to. So I still had to learn some shit. A lot of shit, like his mistakes, is my growth. Like me and my pops close as fuck now. But everything that he didn't show me, I learned on my own. We talk about now, and it's different. So now when I see my kid, like now when I see the belly and stuff, I'm like, damn,
That's yours.
I'm gonna give you everything. I know I have everything that I didn't have. I know you gonna have, and then so on and so forth.
Something I wanted to talk about was like fatherhood. Well, I'm bringing this up. Fatherhood now versus the fatherhood that we seen coming up.
Right.
You
Right.
know, I feel like that's something that's important to how we are now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely feel like nowadays with our age bracket and this generation, more fathers, more of us are stepping up. You know, so versus what we had coming up, a lot of us didn't have fathers. You know, a lot of us, had just uncles or friends of the family around. But we never really had the father. And I'm just saying that to say, like, I tip my hat off to the men of our generation because a lot of us didn't have fathers. And even for the guys that ain't quote unquote, working men and stuff like that, just hood dudes, they still take care of their children. You know what I'm saying? They still are in their children's life. Now, they may not be the best men and they may not handle things the best way. But one thing I can say about this generation of guys and men, and including our circle, is that we are, one thing we're not slacking in is being fathers. And that's one thing we do that, like, fathers-wise, you see the progress with us. So
I'm gonna say,
in my opinion.
I'm gonna speak like I said yesterday when it comes to like the majority thing. When it comes to the guys of the chat, I use Will. I think Will is dope there. Like they will go above and beyond for his kids for real.
Sure.
I be looking at, even before I had my son, like I look at Will on some. He'll just take his kids just because it's Tuesday. Like you got some dudes that'll be, it ain't your birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, my upbringing was solid. You feel me? I got my issues with my pops growing up from him having a temperament and passing that on to me and so on and so forth. But like that's something that we easily worked around and like me, like kind of like you were saying, like me and my pops, we solid now. So I don't really have no grievance with him moving forward. But it's something about why I look at this generation of men and women and I'll be like, to some extent I don't understand it. Like I can't agree that this generation of men step up more so because that means that I know the majority of men and I clearly don't. I can speak for the people that I frequently connect with. I can say that they solid. I can say that they take care of theirs. But just like I wouldn't speak to saying all women in this world are amazing, majority. Like I don't know that to be a fact. I only know the individuals I've had an experience with. Right. And saying that I know that we gonna take care of ours. And if I ever see any of y'all slacking on that, I'm gonna say something to you, and I would hope that y'all say the same to me.
Hey,
like,
brother, each other accountable.
Brother accountability, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that we even sit up there and even listen, or even admit that we wrong, and can say that, all right, I fucked up, or all right, I'm wrong.
Right.
How can we make this better moving forward? The fact that most of us even know to say that is something, bro. Like, that says a lot. And with men, like, cause I talk to my father. My father, on the other hand, no, he's from that generation, bro. So when you tell him, man, nah, fuck that, it ain't my fault, it's hers. He pointing at her, it's her fault. Right. He put it off on her.
He's looking like Will Dare and Bella. Hey, your
no
mama.
matter how much he might say, like, I was bogus, and it's funny because that resonated with me, bro.
That same.
When I seen that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you see his situation sometimes? And I don't know if you've been through that situation, but do you be like, damn, I could relate to that, pops, like, because I kind of.
To an extent,
bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say this, bro.
And that's why we get along, and that's why like it's been easy for me to kind of like move forward with him and forgive all that shit, because I do see that and I understand it now.
So like with my pops, like we always been okay. You know what I'm saying? But like now, like we super close, right? Mm-hmm. But I used to think like that, like, man, my pops ain't do this. He ain't make me do that a little more, right? I should think like that.
Right.
But then one day, man, me and my pops had heart to heart, and I actually learned about his childhood. His shit was nothing like mine. His shit was way worse.
Yeah.
And so what he gave me, it's like I'm in a motherfucker, like I'm literally in a fucking fantasy world type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What he gave me.
In his head, from what he gave me, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. But to me, I'm a spoiled ass brat. Man, you didn't give me enough. You ain't this. Then I'm like, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, you gave me way more than you had, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, shit. Honestly, like, damn, bro.
Fucked up part about that is mine gave me way more, I would say, by not being.
Yeah.
So him not being there, bro, actually gave me more. Because like when I learned about his childhood, and then I even learned about the life that was going on. Like,
right,
man, you know,
thank you. Solid.
Yeah,
you did me a solid, low key, by not. Because had you been, maybe I could be worse off, bro.
That's one of them joints that made me respect my pops more, bro. Like, again, my pops is solid all the way through, but my pops is one of them cats where when he getting one of them moves, bro, it's up there stuck. Like it's we on that.
Oh, nigga, we know.
Right,
it's you his son. We know.
So when it comes to him, bro, like it be times where, you know what I'm saying, we'll argue about whatever we are. I'm talking me as like a teenager, right?
Right.
We argue about what we argue, and I'll be like, bro, you going overboard. Like you doing the most right now. And he was at them moments, but then as I got older and I learned more about his upbringing and lack thereof, I'd be like, damn, my shit wasn't as bad as that though. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, man, he tell me this story as a shorty all the time, but I'll never forget it. Like, he was playing with fire. It was crazy. I played with fire too when I got older, when I was a kid. Right. And his mom, my grandma, instead of like saying, hey, don't play with fire, I told you don't do that, you know, get a whooping. Regular shit. Right. She told him, come in the crib, threw his hands over the stove, cut that bitch on. Told you, don't move your hands. Move your hands, it's gonna be a problem. He ain't move his hands, so your hands get blisters, all that. Right. Now I got in trouble for playing with fire. I accidentally burned my sister's bed. My bad, Dre. I burned her bed, and I got my ass whooped for it. Right. But I'll take that ass, and it was a bad ass whooping, but I would take that any day versus putting my hand over fire.
Burning flesh, bro.
Yeah, and then I think, now that I'm a dad, getting back to that topic, like, I could never do that to Pharaoh. I could never, I don't care what he could blow a mailbox up. I could never be like, hold that cherry bomb, don't let it go, or you gonna deal with me.
Now, with y'all conversation on holding people accountable, because y'all got all the good examples of fathers and everything. Now, on the other side of that coin, so a bad father, right? What do you consider a bad father?
Someone that's not, for me, bro, someone that has the time and that's not willing to even take the time out. A bad father to me is like you study using your finances as an excuse of why you not around your kid, or why you not in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like you make it about the finances, or you always say, well, your mama this and your mama that. And it's like, bro, it ain't about your mom. So, like I said, I had to learn that. You know, I always knew my mom's perspective, my mom's side of things, to learn my dad's perspective. Learning his perspective, it brought clarity to who he was, and it made me understand why he wasn't. But it also helped me understand, like, oh, nigga, like, you know, it is a lot of what my mama say. It is true. Like, you know, I might not agree because now I'm a man and I see shit for what, but I gotta admit, like, mom's was right about a lot of shit. And with things, it's like, it's never not your fault. You always play a part. So you can say my mama was this, my mama was that. You still a man. You still have your part you play. You know what I'm saying? So you can say that, oh, your mama wanted me to have this, or your mama felt like I was supposed to do this and do that. You still got to do what you have to do, bro. Right. Like, regardless of what she may want, it ain't about her. It's about me and you. We still got to have a relationship outside of. And so, you know, to me, that's a bad father one, is that you could be there for your kid, you have the time and the resources, but you don't.
I say, regardless of whether you there or not, and meaning like present in that child's life, is if you're not doing your absolute best to the growth of the child. So it doesn't necessarily mean doing what you want to do or having that child do what you want them to do in terms of what you want them to be. You're not elevating them as an individual to have the confidence, the know-how, the self-esteem. Because, I mean, I always say self-esteem is the esteem of yourself, Cat Williams show, but that shit is real. All good jokes potential shit. But as a child, though, confidence is embedded. You feel me? And I think that a lot of people are now, like, compensating for not having the confidence to just be themselves. Like, in this podcast form, bro, I always open the convo by saying, hey, this is an open form platform where we discuss any and everything in its totality as us, not as what you want people to perceive you to be, not as what somebody else says you should be, just as you. And in saying that, a good father or a good parent in general, bro, does everything they can to make sure that their child is comfortable in being them and understanding what they want to be. So that's my take on it.
I asked because in my perception, I know a bad father. Like it's one of my homeboys. We done had some issues, and it was like I ain't know how to really address it. Like I said things to him, but I ain't. You see the kid, and that's like my biggest pet peeve to just see somebody kid just. It's like you see yourself in the child.
Right.
And it's like, dang, bro, you effing up. Bro, you ain't gonna like, and I see the kid as me, and I was like, man, maybe I gotta take a step back. Like maybe I gotta chill, maybe I'm doing too much. And it's like I watch, and that's why I asked y'all what's like the bad father, because maybe I'm jumping the gun. Cause I'm like, when it comes to a kid, I'm like, hey, bro, you tripping it. It's like it'll get heated real quick, and it's like that's why I said I had that fear, and I was like, man, maybe I'm taking my issues out on him, but I'm like, maybe I get clarity, so I ain't tripping. I don't want to spaz out on him, but I ain't no dad, so I don't want to take it there, put my hands on him, or this, that, and the third.
I mean, when you see something that's truly wrong, though, bro, like I'm an advocate of like I'm not somebody that's gonna stand by. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That whole like that's my kid, I parent them how I want to parent. That's cool, but if I see you truly doing something like just inhumane, bro, like you just doing dirt just to do it. You treating that individual like your child as if some stranger you just seen off the street that stole your wallet and punched you in the face randomly. You feel me? Like if I see you doing that, I'm gonna do something about it. Now, whether that's something to be physical or that's something to be verbal or it be a combination of the both, whatever, I'm doing something. I just can't stand by on that. So I don't know that situation, but if you see something that pertains to that in terms, like I said, something super wrong and just don't sit right with your core, because what it sounds like is like your morality is speaking to you. Like, yeah, your childhood trauma is too, but I don't care what nobody say. Right or wrong, we all know it. Whether you the bad seed or the good guy, everybody know what's right and what's wrong. Right. You make a decision to say, I'm still going to either do it or not do it. And in that situation, a motherfucker like me gonna approach you.
Especially if that's your homeboy, bro.
Yeah.
If that's your homeboy, of course you should
tell
tell
him.
him.
Nigga ain't approaching you and ain't telling you if you wrong or not, bro, that ain't really your homie. Because your homie gonna let you know when you true.
Yeah.
You know, and I use not even, a homie, but a sibling, bro. A sibling, a man, couldn't be, and that sibling don't talk right now because they couldn't take when I told them something that was righteous. You know what I'm saying? They told me all back, big bro, I don't even want to hear it, just hear me out. Woo. I heard them out, but I still told them what was right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they still turned around and did what was wrong. And, they got mad because they got exposed on it. You can't get mad at me. You made that choice. You made that bed. You lay in
decisions, bro.
Man, you see the warnings.
Even this nigga right here, this best friend. But I tell homie, like, if you bogus, you bogus. Or if you ain't correct, you ain't correct. And I expect the same thing in return. That'll be for you or you. Yeah, for sure. I let y'all know. And that ain't me being no bully, me being aggressive. When I do say it to a nigga, bro. Or even if y'all may see me talking to somebody else and, whatever, that ain't me being that. That's just me keeping it 100. And I expect for a person to do the same to me. And that's something like what I be saying, like we be playing the game. Something minute, but, if I'm open or, something period, whatever. If I speak on it, it's not me to, it's just me just keeping it 100. Like, bro, you know, you out of pocket, you bogus. You know what I'm saying?
People who are bad taking criticism don't criticize themselves enough.
Right.
So
They always think they're right.
yeah. So as soon as you tell a motherfucker something and they get hostile with you, that's because they never told themselves that, or never told themselves something that was wrong. They gotta bump their
You gotta
fucking
hear
head.
somewhere, bro.
Yeah,
You
no.
don't hear. So you hear for the first time.
So here's what I'm
Your
saying.
natural reaction
Here's what I'm saying.
is to
Somebody brings something to you, right? There's something wrong, right? And you automatically, nah, but that ain't the way. That ain't what you do. They already made their mind up. Like,
Yep.
man, fuck that shit. All right, you saying that, but watch when it happen, you gonna be like, then they go do some shit, and what you told them happened. Damn, I should have listened to you.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Or they did something, and you criticized them about it, right? And it probably didn't go super terrible the first time, but you criticized it. Man, I know what I'm doing. And you do it, and it go worse. You come back like, damn, motherfucker told me this shit.
The crazy part is they still not going to acknowledge that they was wrong, G.
So I have a question. So, because I've done this, bro. So man, when you so when it is like that, you know, motherfucker tell you something and it's gonna, you know, be this or whatever, and that person still do it. How do you handle that?
Wait,
Like,
so again,
like, so if you tell me, like, bro, you do that, XYZ gonna happen, or bro,
Right.
period, you shouldn't do that. And bro, go do that.
Mhm.
Bro, come back and tell you.
Mhm.
How do you handle that?
What you mean?
Like, how do you handle bro?
I'll tell your ass.
I'll tell you
Told
what, you made your bed, you gotta lay in it. Because the warning signs.
But what
was
if
there.
bro asks you, like, man, I need help getting that up?
It depends on what that it is. Like if it's something like, I call it a life lesson. Meaning like you was about to make a decision that can impact your life, right? And I told you, hey, don't do that because X, Y, Z will happen. And you go do that shit anyway, that shit on you. Now if it's something minute and you making a my career player, then I told you
That's different, bro. God, you wild as hell. That's so minute, bro. Like, that don't matter.
If it's minute, because like you kind of said earlier, bro, you gotta live through certain things. If you want to keep, because if I come save you, bro, what could happen?
You'll
Not saying
never
what
learn.
go is happen, but what could happen is you say, "Shit, bro, save my ass this time. I appreciate it. Whoever, bam, I know I can count on bro." So if I go do something else stupid and he tell me not to do it, I can still count on bro. No, you can't. No, you can't.
No.
At least with me, you can't. I might save you one time and keep it a buck, keeping that thing a buck. I might save you one time, bro, just because you my mans and I don't want to see you fail. But keeping it real with you, you do it again. You can't swim, you're bound to drizzle. And if you fall, you better pick your bitch ass up. I'm not helping you, bro. It's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's just keeping it a buck. That don't make me a bad friend. That make me real shit.
Right.
I already saved your ass.
Yeah.
So as we wrap this up real quick, last topic, we're gonna jump in. We ain't gonna stay on it too long. Goals. What y'all motherfuckers want out of life, man? What y'all working on? What you got up your sleeve? What you got? B-ball, when we going to Miami? No.
That's on you. I'm there. I'm with all the trips, everything. I'm with all of that.
All right.
Man,
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. You know, I'm just
Nah, Eli, I feel like you've been working on some shit.
I actually have. Honestly, that's the main thing, bro. Just to work harder.
Okay.
That's my main goal. Like whether it be I got some shit going with business. I got some shit going with just trying to make more memories.
Get a PS5.
Man, I'm not coming home yet, man. I'm not coming
PS5,
home,
come on.
but I'll be there sooner than later.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it, bro. And shit, just to keep pushing, shit.
Okay.
That's the goal.
I mean,
Oh, what
for
up?
me, goals most definitely. One of the things is, man, just being more consistent. Consistent and you know, just being, you know, just getting that together because I am a big procrastinator, bro. You know, I want to do things and shut up. You know,
Hey man, happens to the best of us, bro.
Right.
so you know, just being a big procrastinator, and it don't really be more so. You know, I just always get hung up on. You know, when I would do stuff, I want to do it the right way.
Mhm.
So I just always get hung up on, like, you know, never starting it because I'm afraid I'm gonna do it wrong or I may fail, whatever. You know.
Mhm.
Because my mother always told me, you know, you're going to do something, you do it right, and you be all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
And something I have an issue with is not, being sure. If I'm not sure of something, I won't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of them people. But I gotta get over that because to an extent that's kind of like holding me back, bro.
Yeah.
So I just gotta do it. But yeah, procrastination for me, man. Goals just not to be a big procrastinator like I am. Just to get over that hump. Once I get over that, I feel like the sky the limit.
So,
I can do
Hey, Belly,
anything.
like you thinking, what you got? What you working on? What you got up your sleeve?
I got short term and long term.
Oh, my man's coming with the big goal.
oh
So,
man, I should have did the same.
Yeah.
I got a little short term.
Man,
You ain't playing fair.
What do you mean?
what's short term?
You need to leave.
What's the short term, my boy?
Short term, I'm get my own license business and
Security, right? I
Nah.
thought
You ain't gotta say it.
I
Go
thought I
ahead.
was head of security.
yeah,
G.
I hire.
Is
I
that all
got
right?
you.
You want to keep it
Gotta
low key for
use
now?
all those.
Man, it's man, I don't really get real like serious with the investment, like
Facts.
stocks,
I know from
crypto.
my
You
talk.
talk about it a
Nice.
lot, bro.
Nice.
Like I done got real serious and
Right.
like I said, vision. You got to see certain things, and when you looking, you
Mhm.
find and you see the games that they don't teach you.
Facts.
And
That's man. That might be the biggest like gem out of this episode for real. The things that they don't teach us that we, if you lucky enough to catch on sooner or later in life, that's a fact. Go ahead, bro.
and hopefully, like the thing, I wish I knew this high school, cause if I knew it in high school, college would have been irrelevant.
Mhm.
Like high school, we go back to high school, 2010, the year we graduate, Bitcoin was 5 cents.
Mm.
It's $40,000 for one of them now.
Damn.
That's generational wealth. That's
I know someone who actually their son was in high school around the time we was in high school and told his mom to, take care of that, as far as Bitcoin goes, like getting into that.
Mhm.
And she didn't. And right now to this day, every time I talk to her, she tells me I should be kicking herself in the ass about not listening to her son at the time.
like $1 at the right time. The right
Change the
time
whole trajectory.
change your life. And when opportunity presents itself, you gotta be ready for the opportunity.
Right.
So, man, that's my short term thing is to really get locked in with that because, like I said, I got the fear of being stagnant, and I want to be in a way different place come 5 years from now.
Facts. What's long term?
Long term, I want to be like you guys. I want to be a good father.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
on board.
Yes, sir.
My boy,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
that's actually my short term. I'm ready. I'm
I
ready
rock
to
with
fight.
that. I rock with that 100%. I do the same thing, B-ball. Short term. Be a better dad, bro. Like, I mean, I think I'm a good dad. Don't get me wrong, but it's always room for improvement. I'm a perfectionist, and it's a good quality, and it's a con of myself where I could be really good at something and be down on myself, meaning like I gotta be better. But to the rest of the world, like, bro, you solid as hell, you the best. But to me, it's not enough. So just being a better dad every single day. In the long term, bro, I guess I would say I'm all about progression. I've always been in that, and regardless of like monetary things, I'm really on this notion of self-happiness, bro. I'm really in tune with that right now, from a personal and professional standpoint.
Man, I have something I want to say, but I feel like that's gonna take us into something else.
Yeah, we don't say that for part two,
So,
but for real though, because when I really look at chasing that bag that we always, that's how we grew up. Like we didn't talk about it here, not having money from growing up and trying to get money and all that, and we chased this bag. And what I've learned within my last, I would say 3 years. Again, not tooting my own horn on no financial stuff, but I've hit certain thresholds where, like, damn, bro, you went crazy. And in doing that, the mental though that it took to hit that, bro, it was taxing, and I don't want that. I guess the more money, more problems type of thing, but I don't want to generate so much money where it takes away from my mental capabilities. It's stressful. It's weighing on me. So with the new position I got now, it's stressful, but in a fun way. Like I get to create. I truly am in my field of marketing, and shout out to my team for that, for being great teammates and colleagues. And then I'm here with the podcast. Like, this came from stress with my previous employer. Like, this was like my outlet, bro. This was like my way of doing something. Me and O talked about it before. Like, he was like, bro, what you plan on doing, with the podcast? I told him, there ain't no roadmap, bro. This is therapy for me, bro. Like, this is how I get my shit off. You feel me? Like
a new hobby.
yeah, this is something I do just because I love to do it. It's still marketing because I have to push it out to the masses. But on the other side, and the most important thing is, I get to chop it up with my homies. I get to meet new people. I get to discuss new business opportunities. And it's not a
Network.
yeah. It's not a form of like, oh, I have to. It's just I want to. I just do it because I want to. And if I don't want to, then I don't do it. So that's it. Just maintaining that, bro. And in that, we can get into our wrap up because we've been shooting for about 2 hours almost. So, as I always say, man, this is the podcast where we just sit here and we discuss anything and everything. It's open forum. There's no topic that's off the table. And we're not going to agree with everything because, you know what I'm saying, that's how a conversation can be. Some things are what they are, but it is what it is. And I appreciate y'all, man. Welcome to the podcast.